Hi, welcome to The Ghouls Room. Hi. So today
Not even going to introduce ourselves?
No, I was just going to... Oh, I guess, yeah. I'm Jilly.
I'm Jessy.
And I am the third sibling, Jaime, joining on today's podcast.
Very special guest to complete the trifecta today.
We thought we needed some type of... I was going to say Bohemian Rhapsody, but I was thinking of the Bermuda Triangle.
Queen's famous song, The Bermuda Triangle.
So, I thought it would be really fun, kind of like our first episode. I found a bunch of really fun icebreaker questions, and I think they're really fun. Okay, so this first one, I love this question. Okay, ready? If you had to live in a Halloween movie, which one would you choose?
Now, when you say a Halloween movie, is that horror?
I mean, it
scary,
feels more specific.
Or does it have to be Halloween-based related?
Okay.
I feel like given the wording, it's got to be Halloween related.
It has to be Halloween with that wording. I would say Halloween Town.
That's fair.
Oh.
Okay.
If it's not horror,
kids
and
movie,
kids movie,
low threat,
Nickelodeon, Disney, Halloween Town to go there and
Okay, scary though.
Okay,
So we have the Halloween, now horror movie.
Okay, now horror movie. If I had to live in a horror movie,
you don't have to die. You can be
I could just be
ideally
in this world.
you wouldn't.
Yeah, you could be like, you know, the extras that walk past the people that get murdered?
Yeah.
You're like, wow, good thing I wasn't them. You know what I mean?
It's not saying if you had to get killed in a Halloween movie. It's just if you had to live in one.
I
You
feel
just have
like
to live
a
with
lot of the horror movies that I know are like just surrounding like one family or one specific house. Like I've just got into the not Insidious, but the other one with that dad.
Oh,
The Haunting.
The Haunting Connecticut?
No, it has the same dad.
You're talking about the Warren movies?
Yeah, the Warren movies.
Yes,
I just got into those, but that is
So
just
good.
like their one little family around the world.
Right.
I'm gonna say Trick or Treat for me because Sam, he's got rules,
cute.
but they're so easy to follow.
Right, exactly.
Put the pumpkins out.
Right.
Leave your stuff decorated. Give out candy. You're fine.
Right, that's fair.
You know.
I don't have to play because
You're the facilitator.
I read the question.
Wow. Okay. Way to get out of answering.
Does Gremlins count as a Halloween movie?
Yeah. Wait, but isn't that a Christmas movie?
Is it a
yeah,
Christmas movie?
That's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, because they get
okay.
it for
I haven't
Christmas.
seen it in a while.
So that could be a scary movie.
I might land this on Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, yes.
Just to see them walking around,
That'd
and
be
if I
cool.
survive, that would be pretty funny.
That would just be a bonus to getting to see them.
Or
just
be
to
in the
get to
cotton
see-
candy
Cocoon.
I need to go home. It's not real today.
Now, can you be the murderer in one of these?
Oh yeah,
Can you
100.
be the clown?
Oh,
The
100%.
antagonist.
You can be the Michael
That
Myers.
opens it up a lot.
Yeah,
Right,
that changes everything.
Be the clown you want to see in the world.
Okay, so for my next question, okay, this one I really love. Okay, if you could turn into anything at midnight on Halloween, what would it be?
Anything. That's so open-ended.
I would turn into a billionaire.
we gamed the system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do you mean like anything like physical, like
Yeah,
a monster or
That's any
Anything.
noun. That's,
Any
it's so
noun.
open-ended.
Anything.
An
yeah.
object.
Any person, place, or thing. I
At
guess.
midnight.
I turn into Wisconsin. Anything. A car would be pretty cool. There's some I think Futurama does an episode where Bender turns into a car.
The
There's
killer car, right?
Yeah,
The
there's a
werewolf?
few things like that to just go,
Yeah.
80 down the highway. That would be fun.
So, would your answer be different if this wasn't permanent?
Oh, was it permanent? I thought this was just for like Halloween
You
night.
really gotta read the fine print before you make your decision. Just sitting there as a car. Wait, is this permanent?
All right, to turn,
Is this forever?
so to go back, to turn into something permanently, I would choose like an eagle, some sort of bird, something with wings would be
Okay.
permanent.
Okay.
The car answer would be more just for Halloween day or just for the night. I did not realize it was permanente.
Okay, that's
oh
fair.
man.
What was yours?
I don't know. Anything is so broad. I guess Halloween. I don't know. Maybe a witch.
Okay.
Get some powers for the night. Fly
That would be
around.
cool.
Collect some
Broomstick.
candy.
Yeah.
Already in costume.
Yeah.
Go
exactly.
to all the houses really quickly. Okay. What fictional monster would make the worst roommate?
Godzilla. There's no room.
That was where my mind went as well.
No room left.
Okay, that's okay.
All right, let's see. Worst roommate that could fit in the room.
Purple. People like
Purple
person.
people eater.
Person. That's like a person.
Yeah.
I'd say Freddy Krueger because you can't get any sleep.
I would say he would be a good roommate because he's always worried about the dream world. He's never leaving his dishes out or hanging up his clothes wrong. Yeah, he's not physically there. He's just in the dream world. But you're right. You couldn't get any sleep, so it's a give and take.
I feel like pretty much all the killers would be pretty inconvenient. Although, I mean, a lot of them, they're the silent types. You're not going to have to hear a lot of a lot of chit chat. The worst.
The creature from the Blue Lagoon
Black
or
Lagoon.
Goo Lagoon.
One of those.
Yeah,
lagoons.
he would just leave puddles everywhere,
That
and
would
your
be
socks
bad.
would get wet if you walked around in
everything
socks.
would smell like fish.
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
Yeah,
good.
because I'm trying to think, like, so many of them would just be like, they'd kill you.
Yeah.
Like what else would be worse besides that? But yeah, like, the fish smell,
Oh yeah.
that's
Or
going to get into everything.
The dude from The Shining, Johnny.
Uh,
Here's Johnny. Is that his name?
well, that's the quote, but...
Yeah, but it's not his name in the...
No, I think it's Jack Torrance.
Whatever his
So then
name
why do you
is.
say here's Johnny?
Right?
Referencing the Johnny Carson show.
That makes sense.
It
Bad
is
roommate.
interesting that, like, it was referencing pop culture, but now it's, like, so much bigger.
Yeah.
Like, it's
And the pop
lasted
cul-
longer than the thing it
Right.
referenced.
Right.
That's, like, supplanted it.
That's why I was like, oh, his name must be Johnny because here's Johnny.
Yeah.
But he'd be a terrible roommate because I think he'd break into everything and
True.
just
You'd go
ruin-
through 10 doors a week.
Oh, it'd be so bad.
You'd
Be
keep having
Are
to
you using the
replace door."
bathroom? All right, settle down. If you had a spooky superpower, what would it be?
A spooky
Spooky.
superpower. My mind immediately went to candy. Turn stuff into candy if I could.
That would be spooky.
All right, I've got one. So you're a mummy, but you can control your
Wraps.
wrapping like Spider-Man.
That's
That would be
cool.
cool.
That's cool. I literally could not think of anything besides like flying and spider webs.
Is flying Halloween related? Like, is that spooky related?
I mean,
I guess depending on the source of it, like if you're a witch,
Yeah.
like you have your broomstick.
Anytime I get that question, and would you rather flying or blank? I would love to fly. Like
Me
that would be
right.
so cool.
Bats are pretty spooky.
There
Yeah.
you go, bats.
Bats.
Fly like a bat.
Vampire
Bats.
turn into
Vampire.
a cloud or whatever,
Yep.
turn into mist, or just like shape shifting in general for them.
here's an easy one. Maybe not an easy one. What's your go-to Halloween candy?
I've never been one to stray away from what I really like. Butterfinger I found at like age 10, and I'm like, this is the best candy ever.
It
I don't
is-
really
I hate the
experiment.
teeth feeling though.
Yeah, it does, and it
But it
leaves stuff in your
tastes
teeth.
good.
In
but
small
just
doses.
Yeah.
Small doses.
Yeah,
I really like the
like
Butterfinger.
the candies, the kid size.
Yeah,
fun
the fun
size.
size.
It's just
Yeah.
a perfect amount of Butterfinger.
Jesse one time was like, wouldn't it be more fun to have a bigger one? Why do they call this fun size?
And I stand by that. I feel like in general, like any of the bars that have like chocolate and other stuff, like Milky Way,
Yeah.
Twix, etc.
I
But I
hate
feel
Three
like-
Musketeers.
I like Three Musketeers.
I wouldn't just buy that
Yeah.
ever in my life.
Yeah. But I feel like Halloween specifically, I gotta go with candy corn.
Ooh,
Blech.
I am anti-candy corn.
You like candy corn?
I came into a very harsh.
Oh my god!
Now listen, I'm not gonna argue it's good. I won't.
Okay.
But I like
Yeah.
it. I love it,
Okay.
and it's clearly other candies. Most of them you can have them year round. You can find them year round, but
That's fair.
candy corn, that is a specifically Halloween candy.
I like I don't like candy corn when it's in the candy corn shape, but when the candy corn's in other
But
shapes,
like the pumpkins,
yeah, I like that. But when it's the candy corn specifically, I don't like that.
Interesting.
But the candy itself probably I like because I like it in a different shape.
Oh, you don't like candy corn either? No.
Okay. If you were a villain, what would your spooky name be?
J Master Flex.
Spooky? spooky name?
That seems like
Is
a
that
rapper. I guess spooky in that sense. Like,
But I would be
Your
like
DJ
I would be
name.
like bendable. I'd be flexible.
oh,
Well, almost like Reed
Oh.
Richards. I would bend around
okay, like
corners.
Slender Man.
You kind of like Slender Man.
Oh.
Yeah, J Master Flex.
okay.
And I'd be the master of whatever. The
Bring in
forest.
the word.
Yeah.
You said that fast enough.
I have had that name queued
Zero
up
hesitation.
since like high school. Someone just said it once, and I'm like, I'm going to use this one day.
This
The day you get powers.
The
you're
day
gonna
I
be
get
ready.
powers,
Today
I am
is
J
that
Master
day.
Flex.
J Master.
Spooky. I mean, I don't know. Like it would depend on like what my spooky being is, because I feel like so many names are like contextual.
Right, have
Like,
to do with the
Slender
person.
Man is a tall Slender Man.
Yep.
You know,
Right,
like
right.
the Hat Man has a a
Right,
hat.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would have to like come up with the whole persona before
Right,
I came
of
up with
what
the name
you
to
could-
go along with.
Right, right.
I feel like though I do like the blank man, or like the more like generic. I feel like they sound more ominous
right.
than like Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees. Like, you know, like
yeah, just names.
like titles more than names.
Right,
There we
right.
go.
What's your ultimate haunted house survival strategy?
Don't go in.
That's
That's the number one like self-defense tip. Don't put yourself in the situation
do
where
it.
you
Just
have to
just
do
don't.
anything.
What if you did? You didn't. No.
Oh. I suppose that's kind of a cop-out answer.
Right.
I would just pray.
Right.
I heard that along with ghosts, but aliens, there are certain alien stories where they're like the person being abducted, if you will, said Jesus Christ or in the name of Jesus, and the aliens were like, nope, I'm out of here. So I would just pray and be like, please don't hit me with like a picture
if
frame or
it's a
something.
haunted,
Right.
if it's a haunted house, that some holy water, maybe.
Yeah, some
Right.
holy water.
salt,
Yep,
any of the
a
like
crucifix.
yeah, the old standbys. But yeah, don't go in.
Yeah, just avoid it altogether.
This one is kind of similar to what I already asked, but I think it's slightly different, and I like this more. If you had to swap lives with a horror movie character, who would it be? I'd be Sydney Prescott. Because she lives.
Yeah, that's fair. But she also has to go through with all the attacks.
But she's alive.
That's a good one.
I guess in Jen's case, you could be the killer.
Right, you could choose to
You-
swap
you could
places with
choo-
the
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeepers Creepers would be cool. You get a lot of sleep.
Oh.
You get like 23 years worth of sleep, then you can
That's
fly
true.
and drive
Yeah.
a truck. You have a license,
Yeah.
I guess.
Eat what you want.
Eat what you want. Yeah, you get
Right.
a buffet. That would be fun.
My thing is, how does your truck stay there for 23 years?
How do you get it registered?
Yeah.
With
You
with
right.
his vanity plate, with his
You gotta
vanity
pay for that
plate.
every year.
Yeah, he has to renew that.
I guess going off that idea, being like the antagonist, maybe Freddy, getting control of your dreams, you know?
That would be
I know
pretty-
some of the movies.
Do it not in a creepy way and turn
Yeah.
it into like a kid's movie. You know?
Yeah.
Or like Inception, just get to go in.
Yeah.
And
Right.
make people want to do things when they're awake.
Right.
Mm.
Well, that ties into this question. What's the creepiest thing that's ever happened to you? And I think...
We may have
were you
brought
gonna-
our very special guest for a very special reason.
Ooh!
And yeah, that was a very good segue, Jill.
Thank you. I tried. So yeah, we have some stories. Jamie, if you want to...
Yeah, so I'll kick it off. This, I would say, this story I'm going to lay down on the track is
J Master
No,
Flex.
J
laying it
Master
down.
Flex laying it down on the track. I really, when I first saw the Ghouls Room, I was like, I need to be a part of this. Let me think. And it took a while for me to even remember that I had this story, these stories. It's funny how your mind can play tricks on you because once I remembered it, I was like, that night changed my life. For the next
Right.
week or two after this story, I was like, nothing's going to be the same.
Right.
And this was when I was out of high school, so it's not like I had to study or anything, but
Yeah.
I was like,
Right.
this is crazy.
This is the game changer.
Yeah. So it was actually I was about 22 or 23, out of high school for a few years. You remember Justin?
Yeah.
My friend Justin. I had a friend Danielle as well.
Yep.
Danielle was there.
Yep.
And then Justin's girlfriend's aunt and uncle. There's about 5 of us there, 2 of my friends and then the aunt and uncle. But we had heard stories about Mercy Brown's grave right in Rhode Island, Exeter, I believe. So
Local
we're like, well,
classic.
let's go check it out. So one night we said, okay, we'll go on this Saturday or whatever it was. It was probably summer, maybe late summer. It wasn't snow on the ground.
You've already got me beat. If I'm checking, I'm going during the day. I'm not going at night.
Yeah. Well, I pass it so often, but I was like during the day and nothing happens. So
I already forgot the church. Was that where you were going? Okay.
Yeah. So it's a church with a graveyard next to it, and Mercy Brown, alleged vampire, is one of the graves in the graveyard. So we'd heard stories of people going to the graveyard and having things happen and seeing things. Yeah. So one night we decided to go. It was like 1 or 2 a.m. and my buddy's girlfriend's aunt, the aunt and uncle were driving. So the uncle was driving. We were in the back in their SUV. So around 2 a.m. we pull up to the graveyard. I had brought this old-fashioned tape recorder. Either mom had it or she bought it for me at like an antique store. It was like one of those old ones.
I remember it.
Yeah, with like mini cassette tapes.
Yeah, yep.
So I had fresh batteries in it on the ride there. I was testing it. It worked. I said, I'll leave this in the car just to see if we pick anything up. So on the way there, we get to the graveyard next to the church. And I hit record on the tape recorder. I said, hey, this is Jameson Jacobs. It is. I said the date. I said the time. We're going out to see what's going on. We'll let you know if anything happens. I put the tape recorder on like the armrest, and all 4 of us opened the doors.
What made you leave it?
I thought if I had brought it, it might have been interference with us talking, and we wouldn't have known what was what. Yeah. So I thought by leaving it in the car, maybe it would pick up something. Right.
Controlled,
unfiltered, exactly. And mind you, we were the only ones there. There were no other cars, no other hikers around the area. And if you know the area of Mercy Brown, it's not like it's near a park or an apartment complex. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Not dead end, but it's like,
there's nothing.
No one's going there.
So I gave my little speech. I put it on the middle, still recording. All 4 of us opened the doors, and I don't know if he had his keys in the ignition, but it was like the ding, ding, ding. Yeah. So we shut our doors. We go over to the grave. It took us like you said, it's not far from the church. So once we kind of GPS'd it, we had our flashlights. We walked over to it. I don't know what we were waiting for, but nothing happened. So we were there for about 20 minutes, and we're like, all right, let's explore. We're like, let's explore a little more of the graveyard. So me and my 2 buddies were hanging out. The aunt and uncle went on their own. So mind you, we're pretty much not near the car. It's a big graveyard. We could see it the whole time, though. It wasn't near the road. There was no paths, nearby. Yeah. So we're exploring, looking at other graves, making jokes, whatever.
Wait, were you at the one that's covered in cement or the other church?
The one
behind our house or
no, on 10 Rod Road.
Oh, okay.
The one on 10 Rod Road.
Okay,
yeah.
right.
Mind you, this was 10 or so years ago.
Right.
So we're there for like an hour and a half trying to see stuff and hear stuff and see eyes in the woods and get chills. We didn't really get that. Right. It was spooky, mind you. It was dark and we were the only ones there.
Anything spooky in the dark if you're like
2 a.m.
Yeah.
And mind you, historical cemetery.
Exactly. And we're like fresh out of high school, 23-year-olds. We're like, let's just be idiots. So we went there. It was fun. We're there for an hour and a half. We're like, well, if anything's going to happen, it would have happened by now. So let's go back to the car. I'd almost forgotten about this tape recorder. So we make our way back to the SUV. We open our doors. You hear the ding, ding, ding. And I see the tape recorder. I'm like, oh, that's right. So I pick it up. I go, hey, this is Jameson Jacobs. This is the time. We didn't really find anything. I'll go over the tape and we'll let you know. Clicked. And I stopped it.
Right.
So that was it. Yeah. Because I was going to like upload it.
Right.
I was going to upload, you know, if we found something. So anyway, so we all get in. We're driving away. And we're just chatting like it was still kind of spooky because we're out in the middle of the night.
Especially that road, too. There's nothing
there's nothing on that road, barely even any street lights. So we're making our way down, and just for the heck of it, I started to rewind it. So I'm rewinding it on this tape recorder, get all the way to the beginning. So I was like, guys, let's just for the heck of it, check it out. So I hit play, and you hear on the tape recorder, you hear my intro. Hey, this is Jamie. This is the date. This is the time. We're at Mercy Brown's grave. You hear the 4 doors open. You hear ding, ding, ding. You hear all 4 doors shut. Immediately, you hear all 4 doors open. You hear the ding. And you hear me say, hey, this is Jamie. We just got back. This is the time. I'll let you know if we find anything. So it had skipped over an entire hour and a half of us looking around.
Right.
So it wasn't a digital recorder. It was an old-fashioned tape. So we're confused. We're like...
How to do that?
How did this happen?
Right.
What's going on? So we're like, let's try it again. So I stop the tape, rewind it.
Yeah.
Get back to the beginning. I hit play. Hey, this is Jamie. Date, time. Ding, ding, ding. Doors shut, immediately doors open again. Hey, this is Jaime. We didn't find anything. I'll let you know. So it did this maybe 3 or 4 times. And something, I was just like, we got to try it one more time. So finally I did it again, but this time, now this is the time.
Oh my.
So I can hear this voice in my head clear as day. So I rewound it to the beginning one last time as we're driving, back to the house. I hit play and it was, hey, this is Jaime. This is the date. This is the time. We're going out now. Doors open. Ding, 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 ding. Doors shut. This time, it was, I can't even describe. It was a low, grunty voice that sounded like it was right next to the tape recorder. Like, but it didn't sound like just gargled noises. It was like a language. It wasn't English. We couldn't make out any words.
Right.
But for a good 2.5 minutes, we heard this low, and it was like it had a cadence. It was getting angrier at points, and like and it was some sort of language.
That's terrifying.
And that went on for maybe 2 minutes of this low, grunty voice, and then of course it was the 4 doors open. You hear the ding. Hey, this is Jaime. We didn't find anything.
Was there time in between the last bit and you opening the doors, or
No.
was it talking till you opened the doors?
It was talking until we opened the door. So it's
That's
still cut
so
out.
creepy.
It's still cut out like an hour and 20
Yeah.
minutes.
Right.
But this last time there was this low, grunty voice on the tape recorder. So I was like, "Did you guys hear that?" And they're like, "Yeah, we heard it." So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
rewound it again, and this time, of course, there was no voice. It just went. But it still cut out the hour and a half. It went right from us leaving the tape to us going back in the car door. It totally cut out the voice. So we only heard it that once. But
Right.
you can ask Justin and Danielle.
That
To
is
this
insane.
day, it was
That's
this
terrifying.
low, grunty, speaking some sort of language voice that I have no proof of except this story. But I promise you, this terrifying voice happened.
Recording of a scary voice is one thing, because like you can argue like some EVPs, like, oh, maybe you're hearing things, or like, radio waves, whatever, technology's weird, all that.
Right.
But the fact that you kept rewounding and only that one time,
Right.
that is insane.
The 1 out of the 5 times.
Yeah.
And it was to the point, I don't know if it was the instance or the voice, but we got back, me and my 2 buddies were sleeping over, Justin's house, and we were up until the sun came up. We were up till 7, 8 o'clock. We're like, our lives have changed forever. Like, I remember thinking, like, this is crazy. We were spooked to the bone, didn't want to sleep.
Right.
Yeah, we were like, this is terrifying.
That's crazy.
So yeah, just one of the stories that went through my mind when you guys said you wanted stories, but it was an ordeal for sure.
Jeez.
That's terrifying. I remember you telling me this story when I was little. And I remember when you told me this story, you're like, all 4 doors.
Yeah.
And you made the
Because in
noises.
my head, it's like glued in my head. You hear the do 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 do, and then the ding 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 of the car.
Do you have
I was gonna say, what are
another
we?
story?
Yeah, so that was like the main one. I do have a couple, 1 or 2 others that have
The
happened.
goat?
The goat?
The goat.
What goat? Oh, that wasn't even one of them.
Really?
That one, I don't even count that one. So one time, just quickly, this wasn't one of my other stories, but me and a buddy of mine were walking from his house, and we call it the ghost goat. We saw this white, it was out of focus, but we're walking, and in the woods, we see this white apparition kicking and flailing as it's getting farther away from us in the woods. It was daytime. And we didn't say anything at first, but like a minute goes by and I go, "Did you see that?" He's like, yeah, did you see that? I was like, "What was that?" And we call it the ghost goat because it was almost like a ghost on its front legs rearing and kicking up its back legs, but like out of frame.
Yeah.
I forgot
That's
about
so
the ghost
scary.
goat. That's a funny
Every
one.
time I go to school, I think about that.
Because it was right by his house in
I know.
CCRI.
Every
Yeah.
time I go down that road,
The
too,
ghost
I'm like,
goat.
where's the goat?
Well, you got to keep an eye out for it.
I have to look. I have to.
This next one creeped me out, but Jill, you were there for it. I don't know if you remember,
Oh.
but so we were living at Mom's house, and it was nighttime, and there are lights on like the back half of the road, but when you get halfway down from the street to halfway down the road, the main street, there's no lights. So Mom lives on a dead end. So her house is in the lighted section. So we're walking to where the lights end, and there's like a turn in the road. So Jill and I were walking. We get like a couple foot strides into where it turns dark. We hear this blood-curdling scream.
I do
you remember that?
We ran home, right?
Yeah, to this day I felt bad
remember that.
because I was older and a little bit faster. And I
so
remember you like
scared.
grabbing onto my shirt, and I was like, one of us has to live.
I was
Fortunately,
so scared.
the third son is safe at home.
I literally was crying. I was like, Jamie.
I was like,
and
I
he
gotta
was just
carry on the name.
going.
Yeah, and we got home. I still to this day feel bad. I mean,
Oh
that
my
one could
God.
be explained. I know some animals can make,
yeah.
but it was like not distantly in the woods. It
Yeah.
was like a foot away from us.
Oh, yeah, I
like
was
this
dead.
thing
I
like
was
made this
literally-
guttural scream, and we booked it back to Mom's
I
house.
forgot, but I remember trying to stop you, and because I was so scared,
Yeah.
you was just in front of me, and I was like, I don't want to be last.
Well, I wasn't thinking, oh, let me stop. And I was like, I just gotta go. Like that's how where I was like, I just gotta go.
Once again, I'm not even going on that half of the road at night.
Yeah,
like,
right,
It's terrible.
exactly.
We Jess, remember used to have to walk down it to get to the bus.
Yeah.
Because our bus would come at like 6:15 before the sun rose. And Dad
Mom-
didn't want to get
they
up,
didn't
and
bring you?
Mom was working or sleeping, and Dad wasn't getting up. So Jesse and I had to walk down that dark road to the bus
Oh
stop.
my goodness.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought you were gonna tell the story about when I thought that someone murdered you in the woods.
No, well, that's not a spooky story.
I know,
That's just me being a jerk. Me and Will.
Yeah.
Will, my buddy Will.
Oh man.
That was funny.
Well, I'm glad neither of you were eaten by a fox or a mountain lion.
Yeah, whatever, a mountain
Whatever you
lion,
heard.
whatever
It
it
was scary. I forgot about that, but all I remember, I don't even remember the sound. All I remember is crying, being scared, and Jamie's in front of me running, and he wouldn't stop, and I was so scared.
So yeah, I call that my mountain lion story. So if you guys are willing to humor me, two more. So this one, and these again aren't as scary. I was just like, what has happened in my lifetime? Yeah. So this one, I was younger, and we sort of have a 2-story house, and our parents' bedroom was on the 2nd floor. And me as a young kid, I was maybe 5 or 6. I was young. I always liked to sleep with Mom because it was scary downstairs. I forget if you were born yet. I don't know, Jill. Jesse, you might have been sleeping downstairs. I forget physically.
You might have been born. Yeah,
well,
I'm the
you
older one.
definitely were born, but because he's the older brother. But physically, I don't know if you were up with me or
Yeah,
downstairs.
who knows?
But anyway, so I was upstairs sleeping in the bed with Mom, either watching TV, just being up because I couldn't sleep.
Watching George Lopez jump
Watching
on a
George
trampoline
Lopez.
at 3 in the morning.
It's a low rider. So there's a piano at the base of the stairs. I remember hearing at the base of the stairs something press a piano, not to where, like, we had a cat, I'm sure, not to where a cat would press jumbled notes and it was just ran. It was like one note at the high note, one middle note, one low note in the direction going to the stairs, very slow. And I feel like if it was Jesse, he wouldn't have been this slow, melodic. He would have been running up there, being a toddler. So I hear the note on the piano indicating something is going towards the stairs. And
It's
then
literally right at the base.
Right at the
of
base. It's in the same spot.
Literally touching the stairs.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally right
So
there.
then I heard, and this is why I didn't think it was Jesse, because I heard the stairs are very creaky. So the first stair I heard creak, 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 going up the stairs. And in my mind, I just seen the movie Signs, one of my favorite movies of all time. That's why I think it was Aliens.
Right.
But I just remember the piano and then the creak going up the stairs, trying to wake Mom up, but being terrified. And I just remember being so scared, I fell asleep and woke up in the morning, and nothing had happened. But just that, I remember to this day of just the piano, then the footsteps going up the stairs.
That's
and once
so
again, people could
scary.
say you have a cat. It could have been Jesse, but to me, it was
Right.
real and it was
Right.
terrifying. Terrifying.
Where did it stop? Like, middle?
I remember as a kid being like, any second now, I'm gonna see it.
Oh, because it was like...
It was a couple
Because those
creaks.
stairs, you can hear...
Yeah, you can hear every
step.
footstep.
Yeah,
So it was
exactly.
like towards the top when I just must have closed my eyes so hard I fell asleep.
And Mom, when she's tired...
Oh,
she-
she's out.
She
Yeah.
does not... Especially back then, she was out.
I'm glad I never heard that story because I don't think I ever would have lived there for the rest of our lives.
As a kid, I remember like not thinking maybe it's Jesse. So I don't know if you were also upstairs or at a friend's house or something, but it was creepy.
That's crazy. I wonder if it was Dad.
Dad was either upstairs or
in Vegas.
he was either in the bed or in Vegas. And
Those two classic options.
I know.
yeah, he's actually part of my next and final story. But yeah, he was either in the bed too or like out working or drinking or something.
One of his usual.
Yeah, one of his usual
Somewhere
spots.
that it wouldn't have occurred to you that it could have been.
Exactly.
Right.
This last one isn't necessarily scary as much as supernatural. So as a child, we rode the bus to school, obviously, like most kids. And back to the road at Mom's house, there's like an S shape from the main road. She lives on a dead end. You turn onto her road, there's a big hill that goes up then down. And then there's a sharp right and a sharp left, as you guys know.
Joy in the winter.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So I remember getting dropped off the bus with Jessy. I remember Jessy was there. And we get up the top of that hill, and I see a little girl dressed in white. And
What the?
yeah,
I was there?
you were, but I don't know if you saw it or not because I might have been ahead of you.
I was going to say, this is news to me. What?
You never heard this?
I don't think so.
Remember, Dad and Jill would sometimes meet us at the bus stop.
I don't remember a goddamn thing from high school.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So Jessy and I, this was like, I would say middle.
Okay.
Maybe late elementary, middle.
Even less remember.
Wasn't high school yet. But I got off the bus and I saw a little girl dressed in white run at the far end of the S curve around the corner to where I couldn't see her.
Like away from
Where the bus is, going towards the house. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, maybe Jill and Dad have come to get us from the bus stop. So Jessy and I vividly remember, like, not a little dancing, but just joyous, a little girl dressed in white, hopping around, make her way around the curve to where we couldn't see her. Yeah. So in my mind, oh, it's Dad and Jill. So we're walking towards the house. We get around the first curve, the right, nothing. We get around the second curve. Dad and Jill are nowhere to be found. There are maybe, would you say, 13, 15 houses on our street?
Yeah.
Not really a busy street where kids are always running around. And,
like, there were other kids roughly our age growing up, but, like, especially the layout of the road, the houses are far enough down that you would still see them.
Exactly,
Right,
and they wouldn't be running that close to the road without parental...
They wouldn't have already gotten to a house.
Exactly. Right. So we finally get to the house. Dad and Jill are inside. Jill not wearing white. Dad welcoming us in. I go, why didn't you wait for Jessy and I to walk back? He's like, oh, we didn't meet you there. We've been in the house, since you guys left. And I don't remember. I feel like you didn't see it, Jessy, but I remember you got off the bus with me, but I might have been ahead of you.
Yeah.
And Jill wasn't wearing white, so I'm like, oh, I thought you guys were waiting for us. He's like, Dad said, no, we've been waiting here since you guys left. So that is spooky. Yes, it could be another kid, but what got me is Dad concluded either Dad's aunt or sister, I'm guessing his aunt had just passed away. And he's like, oh, and at the time he's like, oh, Aunt Blank just passed away. That was her saying goodbye to you.
Oh,
just dressed in white, dancing on the street. And maybe it's not a spooky story, but at the time I was frightened. Like, I definitely saw someone, definitely in white, and it wasn't
That's
you or Jill.
crazy.
Yeah. So it's the last.
Man, I'm never going to Mom's house again.
Jeez.
Yeah, but it was. See, all these things were spooky at the time. It's the way you feel during these experiences that really stick with you, not what you saw or heard.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, they were spooky, all right.
That was pretty spooky.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
No problem.
Appreciate
Thank you guys.
coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I always love listening, and it's fun to be on one for sure.
You're gonna have to hear yourself and be like, who is
that guy?
Oh. All right, we are going to say goodbye to our special guest, and then we'll see you in the next part of the episode.
All right.
All right, thanks for having me.
Bye. Thanks for being on.
Bye.
So now that it's sad, and now that my favorite stories are over, what are you gonna be giving us?
Are you ready
I don't know.
for a new scary story? This is called The Sick Land.
Oh, okay.
The Sick Land. It's 2 words. I don't know how long this one will last us because there are a lot of entries, but they're all pretty short. But hopefully it'll be fun while we're here.
Context, or are we jumping in?
Not that there's a lot, but I'll give some. Unlike a lot of popular, especially nowadays, creepypasta is like on Reddit and No Sleep.
Wait, so for the young kids, a blog is basically just like a bunch of like Twitter posts?
I'm gonna get to it. All right. So unlike a lot of the more famous ones that were on Reddit, on No Sleep, or actually I have no idea where else people find scary stories. I guess like if it's
creepypasta.
Yeah, like the Creepypasta Wiki. I don't know. There's places, whatever. This is actually its own website. It's formatted as a blog for all the youths out there.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yes, it's like you can make a post, but then like instead of being on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, it's like its own webpage. And then you can like, there's like a calendar on the side so you can see like in March, these were posted. In April, these were,
Usually a diary or journal format.
Yeah, it's like
Dear Diary.
yeah, which is appropriate for this because this is, as the subheading says, the Diary of Alex Case, researcher.
Ooh.
I pretty much never hear people talk about this one. I think it is criminally underappreciated. I can't remember if the ending kind of fizzles out or not, but overall, I remember really, really enjoying it. Very different vibes from the last one. But yeah, I really liked it. And I'm also excited to read it because it's been a long time since I read it. I don't remember very much of it at all. It was posted in 2013, it looks like. I probably read it within a few years of that.
I was still in high school.
So it has been quite a while. But without...
Oh, wait, were you still in high school?
No. In 2013, I was graduating college.
Oh. 2010?
We were not in high school at the same time.
No, I know. Oh, yeah.
We're 8 years apart.
Yeah.
Dear. Oh.
Maybe I didn't stay in high school long enough. Anyways, okay.
All right. So yeah, we'll just do however many entries for each episode of our podcast. So, entry 1, Tuesday, March 12th, titled Last Day.
March 12th.
Which is very confusing, trying to make sure I'm on the first post being called Last Day.
Right.
Hello. Tomorrow I leave. I'm excited to have the opportunity for field study. These positions are few and far between, and I'd like to thank my supervisor, Professor Grant Ramirez, for sponsoring my application. I've set up this blog as a diary-cum-research log. I hope to update it as often as possible. I've been assured that the station has internet access. Given its location, the service is obviously intermittent. I'll also use the blog to talk about all things mall. Now there is an asterisk down to the bottom. This is spelled M-A-L, and the asterisk clarifies mall, of or pertaining to the sick land, all capitalized. The sick land.
It just means bad, though.
Yeah, it pretty much just means bad or evil, which, funny enough, if I'm remembering correctly, this is part of the reason why the fruit in the Garden of Eden is commonly depicted as an apple, because the Latin words for apple and evil are malus and malum, I believe. Like they're like maybe one similar letter. Like I think one is one L and the other is two L's. I forget off the top of my head.
In Spanish, it's mansala.
But yeah, that's why like a lot of bad words begin with mal, like malevolent, etc., etc.
Malicious.
Yeah, exactly.
Dun dun dun.
So yeah, mal is
malpractice.
Yes. So that's sort of just the general term to describe things in this area. I will say too, have you read or seen? Well, the book's a different title. Have you seen Annihilation?
No.
Oh, we should have a movie night.
Is it good?
It's so good.
One movie?
Yeah. Well, it's based on a book, and the book series, I think it was originally a trilogy, and then they wrote a fourth book, and then I think they might even be working on a fifth. But the movie's pretty much standalone, just based on the first book. This won't mean anything to you if you haven't seen it, but if anyone out there has seen Annihilation, what I do remember of this story gives me big Annihilation vibes. So, if that does mean anything to you, take that as you will.
One day I'll also know what that means.
No, you'd like it. We should absolutely watch it.
You're all invited.
All right, so to go back to the actual post, I'll also use this blog to talk about all things mall, which, as we said, is anything... Oh, I didn't even finish reading the asterisk. I got so sidetracked. Of or pertaining to the sick land, I'll try to keep the academic jargon to a minimum. Nobody wants to read that. All right, so yeah, he wants to use the blog to talk about his research. I hope that, as a researcher in this area, I can help disseminate information pertaining to this fascinating area and its history. My next post will be sent from Station Alpha.
Sometimes I'm so dumb where, like, disseminate, I'm like, is that the opposite of inseminate? Like, is he taking...
Yeah,
I mean, kind of.
It's going in.
disseminate, you're
He's
spreading.
taken out.
Spreading it out.
So if you're disseminating information, you're telling people, you're spreading the information. Okay, so our researcher is going to this outpost and he's going to be researching.
Does it say where?
I forget if it ever says explicitly where it is. I think in my head, I sort of picture like middle of nowhere Russia. Like, it's also not entirely clear, like, how much of this is supposed to be like in our world, so to speak.
Right.
Like,
okay.
given the tone so far, it sounds like it's not a secret thing.
Right.
Because, like, I mean, obviously, slight spoilers, there's weird stuff going on,
Right.
potentially paranormal, etc. But the way he's talking about it, like, it
It's
sounds like
public.
it's public. Yeah. So it's like kind of an alternate universe, but I'm not sure to what extent. Like,
Right.
like say in our world, if there were a weird area, like middle of Russia, middle of nowhere would make sense because there's no one there. If they were writing the story and said like it's in New York City, like obviously for our world that wouldn't make sense because we know there's not a
Right.
sick land there.
Right. Right.
So yeah, unclear how similar it is to our real world.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, he's going to study whatever the mall is.
Right.
I don't know how important it'll be, but I guess I'll keep reading the dates for all of them because especially like for things that take place the same day and stuff.
Wait, what was the date last time?
This is the next day.
Oh,
This
March
is-
12th.
Yeah, this is Wednesday, March 13th, 2013. Oh, I guess these don't all have titles. Untitled.
Okay.
The flight was uncomfortable, but that's to be expected. I'm a poor flyer. My feathers never grew. We flew into a military airbase after 5 hours in the air. My bags were loaded into a muddy Land Rover, which took me on the 4-hour drive to Station Alpha. I was going to say 5 hours flight might give us an idea, but we have no idea where he started from, so never mind.
That's fair.
Alpha is a square concrete bunker on the border of the Green Zone. We got another asterisk here. Green Zone, the outer edge of the sick land. It's the least affected area and represents the beginning of the mall. There's evidence that prehistoric people lived in and around the Green Zone. I'll post more on its history at a later date.
Have you seen Sweet Tooth? Yeah, on Netflix. Oh, it's really good, but this kind of reminds me of that.
So they're on like the edges where the mall like radiation is lowest, so to speak.
Right. Okay.
It looks like it was built during communism. All right, maybe that's why I have Russia in my head. As I remember, it was. The Soviets were very interested in weaponizing the sick land. They didn't get far. Okay, so all right, so yeah, it must be presumably Russia or Eastern Europe, previously Soviet territory. When I arrived, I was basically pushed from the Land Rover. The driver threw my bags out and sped off. The locals are superstitious about the sick land. I went to the entrance where a voice told me to decontaminate. It wasn't pleasant. Since I know the decontamination can't have any effect on Mall, I assume they were hazing me. I've been assigned a cell 3 floors down. It's got a bed, a chair, a desk, and a computer. Nothing else. They told me they've been having problems with their connection. Hopefully this will post. It is giving like the no sleep vibes of like, yeah, I'm in this scary situation, but I can still post.
Right.
Which is like yeah, if you're using the framing device of the you gotta work it into the story a little bit. I'll say a bit more about my colleagues tomorrow. I'm tired after the journey. Friday, March 15th, so 2 days I think.
No. Aww. They skipped right over Pi Day.
And it's not a Friday the 13th.
Oh.
All right, this one is called Digs. Nice digs. Or are they digging?
Oh, I dig it.
Station Alpha is a concrete bunker. It has an entrance level and 3 underground floors. Bob gave me the grand tour. G won't leave her room at the moment. It's already kind of hinting I feel like it's probably a kind of like the space station where it's like people from all over the world, because G is like a Chinese name.
Could be Alaska.
Well, if the Soviets built it, they probably weren't in Alaska.
That's true. Maybe they're in Russia, Alaska.
Maybe they snuck into Alaska and no one noticed.
Well, because Alaska has those working quadrants. That's like one college, and you don't ever need to leave because you work in it, you eat in it, you sleep in it.
Gross.
And they give you like little cells, kind of like, I don't know if that's true.
Maybe that
it was in a
inspired
book
them.
I read.
Maybe that was the inspiration. But yeah, it sounds like probably got scientists from all over coming here, not just like people that are close, which is interesting. The entrance level is just a garage and a lift. Call it a lift. They must be British or something.
Wait, what's
An elevator.
Oh. I thought like a mechanic.
Yeah, like a car lift. There are 3 Jeeps and a couple of snowmobiles. Okay, so that's another like environmental thing. Must get a lot of snow if you have snowmobiles.
Oh, Russia must get I'm only thinking of the Stranger Things. And
I
there
mean,
was
even
a lot
in
of
Stranger Things, there was a lot of snow.
And they were in Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you... Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I'm agreeing. None of them are in good repair, but we all do a course in automotive maintenance, so we're okay for simple problems.
So maybe it's a regular lift.
You know, maybe. Oh, yeah, honestly, I think you are right, actually. Because we're talking about the garage.
That's why I'm like, I don't understand.
Yes.
Because he's like, this whole section is describing the base overall. So I was like, okay, it's got a garage, it's got an elevator. But yeah, the rest of this paragraph is about the garage, so I think you are right. Which
One for Jilly, 28,000 for Jessy.
Just this once.
Just this one time.
But yeah, that makes sense too. Like I said, like the locals are superstitious, so it must be super hard to get
Right.
supplies and stuff. So
Right, so they have to do it themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Bob told me they have a huge tank of diesel. It hasn't been filled up while he's been here. Must have a really big capacity. Or they don't go through it that fast, I don't know. The first floor, this is a parenthetical, I've quickly got into the habit of numbering the floors as if the bunker goes up rather than down. Okay, so first floor is immediately underground, second floor is below that, and third floor is the lowest.
That's like the mall.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. The first floor is the lab. There's a lot of equipment, old but good quality. They have huge stocks of chemicals. We're gonna cook meth now. It's not my area at all. Bob says it's good enough. Well, as long as it's good enough for Bob, right? The second floor, so we're going lower, is the living quarters. They're pretty grim. Like everywhere else in Alpha, the walls and floor are bare concrete, the lights flickering tubes behind rusty grills. It's a nightmare to change the bulbs, apparently. There's a sparsely equipped kitchen, a huge pantry full of canned food and bottled water, a communal area with a rug and a sofa, and and a gym. The gym is a small square room. Inside is a weight bench with no padding, a bent bar, some rusty plates, none of which match, a skipping rope, and a Soviet-era exercise bike. Which, yeah, this all checks out. For a Soviet-era base, they're not going to have a lot of really good amenities. The bedrooms are on the third floor. There are 5 identical rooms. Wait, the bedroom and living quarters are separate. I guess like bedrooms, and then you go up to do like kitchen and gym and... Okay. The bedrooms are on the third floor. There are 5 identical rooms. 3 are occupied, so it must be him, Bob, and G. They're cold and damp and Spartan. At least they have the internet here. We're planning my first trip out into the green zone. I'm petrified. Alright, so Saturday, March 16th, so the next day this one was called Green Zone. We headed into the Green Zone at 8 o'clock. We suited up in the garage.
Like AM, probably.
Presumably, but they do not specify. There's no evidence that has suits protect you from the mall, but at least you know you haven't accidentally ingested anything. We took one of the bashed up Jeeps. Bob drove. G didn't come. She hasn't left the station for weeks. Has the narrator even like talked to them yet? They are not social.
Right.
As we entered the green zone, the scenery changed. There was less plant life. Even the grass was patchy. Not a very good name then, huh?
Right.
I'm assuming like the further in you go, it's probably
why
like,
do I think there was snow? Did they say something about snow?
snowmobiles.
Oh,
Well,
I
not,
guess.
like, year round.
Oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Okay.
But yeah, I'm assuming the further it's like green, yellow, red, like
Right.
like spiciness. Along
Spice
the
Mobile girls.
Along the outskirts, where the green zone is new, there are diseased trees and shrubs in the process of dying. This sort of death isn't strictly mall, it's just a side effect of the sick land. It's interesting, I'm curious, because obviously I don't remember the distinction between like the mall and like it's just a side effect. Like what is that? Like,
Right.
wouldn't the mall be what's causing these? But since slight spoilers, things get weird and, you know, potentially supernatural, paranormally, maybe like the mall is the only part of it that is like measurable to some extent, and like they can tell that there are other side effects, but like
Right.
it's too nebulous to actually, you know, measure in any way. I don't know. After we'd been driving around for 20 minutes, Bob asked me how I felt. I said I was fine. He asked if I wanted to see some mall. I didn't want to. I said yes.
Wait, so he wants to show him bad stuff?
Yeah, or like mutated or whatever the mall does.
Okay.
Like you want to see the real,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Bob drove the Jeep deeper into the green zone. He told me that he'd found a tree with mall symptoms. It was much further out than would be expected. I wonder if he means further from like the radius, like the center point, like closer to them. I assume they mean further out from the center. It was much further out than would be expected. After about 5 minutes, I saw it. It looked like an oak, but I'm no expert on trees. I don't know if oaks even grow around here. We got out, and Bob showed me the mall he'd identified. The symptoms were mild but distinctive. A pink, fleshy tendril hung from the bark.
That's disgusting.
It was small, no more than 4 inches long and about 1/4 of an inch thick. It hung there, dead. I asked Bob if we could go back. And I think we're gonna end there for today.
Oh, just when it was getting good.
I gotta leave you wanting more.
The
right?
mall.
Learning more about the green zone and the sick land. But yeah, so
Okay.
starts a little slow, but things do ramp up.
Okay. I'm about it. I'm about it.
I think it's a fun setup for sure. Like I said, Annihilation is kind of a similar premise.
Right. Everyone has homework. You have 2 weeks. Watch the movie.
But yeah, so we'll be reading this one for a while. But,
all right,
we'll call that it for today.
All right, well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And
as always, if you have any paranormal, you're
send
leaking
us
over there. You're
emails.
leaking. The kettle's boiling. If you have a scary story, a spooky experience that happened to you or someone you know, obviously we're always open. We very much want to hear them. You can find all the contact info in the episode description.
You can go to our website at theghouls.com.
All our info will be in the episode description.
Whatever you want to see.
But yeah, until next time.
Well, that was The Ghouls Room. Wash your hands and flush the toilet.
Bye.
Well, preferably flush the toilet and then wash your hands.
Bye.
Say bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. This will last us because there are a lot of entries, but they're all pretty. What are you? Are you clicking over there?
I thought you were just like swallowing spit, and then it happened together. Come on.
Okay, I'm done.
That's where you get it from.
All right, let's go.
All right. Pertaining. Okay, quick side. We can probably have this out because this is stupid. Zootopia. I really want like someone said. Or I saw the end of the second movie, there's like a feather, so it's like hinting that birds were going to show up because weirdly enough, they haven't been in the movies yet. But I really want there to be a bird stand-up comedian in Zootopia who makes the joke like, I just flew in and boy,
yes!
I'm tired.
They have to.
Right?